Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samuel. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Victor the Analyst. So today we're going to do an essays analysis that is append and merge. Using append and merge to bring in our data. So what is append and merge? So I'm going to explain that with an example. Let's take for example, you get your data from your place of work periodically. Let's take like the report is always like a monthly or probably yearly, but in our case it's like yearly. So we have 2017, 2018 and 2019. So in this our analysis or tutorial, we're going to analyze just 2017 and 2018. Then the 2019, we're going to put it into our folder. Then we're going to refresh. So once we refresh, everything is going to turn to the 3 years. Okay, now let's take for example, in this my data set, let me go to where I actually saved it. I'm coming, go to this and I go to this. Now let me remove this. I do Control X and I bring it out here, do Control V. So I pasted it outside there. So now let me go back to my Power BI and refresh this. Let's see what's going to happen. So let's wait as I refresh this. Let's see what's going to happen. Sorry, it's taking time. Sorry, it's taking time. So let's hold on. Okay. So we see that our chart will change from 3 years is going to change to 2 years. So let's now assume that we actually did this analysis and we want to add the third year. So we'll go back to this. Now let's say this our company gave us this 2019 to upload, so we should analyze. So bring this, we drag it into our folder. Then we'll go back to our Power BI. Then I'll refresh. So let's see what's going to happen. And I refresh. So now let's see. We can see that it has turned back to 3 years. So this is what we're going to do. We want to analyze the 2 years, that is 2018 and 2017. Then 2019 we'll add it back to our folder. So let's go back, let's go to our objective. So this is what we're trying to do. We're going to do our total revenue to the growth rate and quantity of cookies sold, average order value with total revenue. Then these are secondary KPI, and we test the hypothesis, which says that delay in shipments is responsible for drop in revenue. So without wasting much of our time, let's go to the business of the day. So this is a blank Excel file. Then I'll go to get data. I'll go to more. So I'll click on folder. I'll click on connect. So this dialog is I'm going to click on browse. So I'll go to desktop. I have actually saved the file on desktop. I'll go to this PC, then I'll go to desktop, and I'll go to this is the file, this is the folder. Click on this, I'll click on OK, and I'll click on OK. So there we go. Okay, now we already have 2017 and 2018. I have already moved the 2019 and dropped it outside. So now click on the drop down, and I'll click on transform and combine and transform data. So this one is going to take me to my Power Query, where I'll do the transforming, the cleaning, and everything else I need to do here. So I'll click on this sheet, other data, and I'll click on OK. So now this has taken me to Power Query. So I'll rename this to Fat Table. So this is my source, and I'll click on enter. So my source dot name, I don't need that. I'll right click and click on OK. I'll change the data type by left click, and I would change it to text. I'll click on my drop down, oh, I think I've done something wrong. Cancel this. I'll click on the drop down, and I'll drag this to the end. I'll uncheck the SSS. The SSS is actually a promo. It's for the promo, and we don't want to analyze the promo. Then the cookie ID, will leave it at that. The cookie shipped, will leave it as a number. The revenue, we change this to fixed decimal. The cost, we don't need the cost because we're just working on the revenue. We remove this. The shipped order, we check it is going to just be only just shipped. We're going to remove that. So now we want to get our shipment duration. We're going to say ship date minus, we click on this first, then we'll click on put down the unshipped, then click on the second column we want to select, we want to subtract. So this is ship date is higher than the order date. Then we'll go to our column, then we'll click on the date drop down, then we'll say subtract date. So we're going to rename this to shipment duration. I'll click on enter. Then I would so this one I will have to bring in my cookie's name that will link to my cookie ID. I'll go to home, I'll go to new source, I'll go to Excel workbook, then I'll click on cookie's name, and I'll click on open. So I'll check on cookies, check this, and I'll click on OK. So now my primary key on my fat table needs to be same primary key with my cookies table on the code cookies ID. So I need to change it to text. Click on that. So now I'll go back to my fat table. Let me see if there's anything that needs to be done here before I go back to Excel. Okay, good. Okay, I need to do a conditional formatting. I'll click on add column. I'll do conditional column. We want to say if from 1 day to 2 day it should be under the fast shipment, while from 3 upward it should be from slow shipment. So we're going to change this to shipment duration. I'll change this to less than equals to. I'll change it to 2. Then I'll change it to fast shipment. And I'll change it to slow shipment. Then I'll click on OK. So on to the next. Let's change this data type to text. So I think we're done with this. Go to home, go to close and apply. So now we're back to Power BI. So we need to let's wait for it to load our data. So now we have this. We go to remember that we want to calculate a calendar, a growth rate, and we can record that growth rate equals to current year revenue minus previous year revenue divided by previous year revenue. So we'll go to model view, check what's in there. Okay, this has already connected, so leave it as that. Let's do something here. I want to bring in all these ones into one column. Click this, put on our shift, then click on shipment duration, enter folder name to display columns, click on enter. So now let's go back to our sheet. Go to our sheet. That is a table view. I want to go and write some DAX formula. So we want to create a new table. So now I want to create a calendar table. A calendar table. I'll go to calendar, equals to calendar tab, start date is equal to min tab, order date tab, and then close the bracket, then click on comma max tab, order, then I'll click on this, then I'll close the bracket once, then second time, then I'll click on enter. So this one has helped us created a calendar table. So we need to create some columns inside that our table. Then we'll go to new column. Then we get our year first, equals to year, tab, say year, order, your part, calendar date, tab. I need to close this. Click on enter. Then the next one will be days of the week. Let's create our days of the week. We'll go to table tools. Then we'll go to new column. So it's going to be day of week equals to format, tab, calendar, date, comma, DDD, then close the bracket. Now click on enter. So the next one we do we're going to do days of the week number. We'll go to table tools. We'll say new column. We're going to say day of week, day week number equals to week, day tab, calendar tab, I'm going to close the bracket, calendar date tab, then I'll close the bracket and say enter. Then I'll go to table tools, new column, then we'll do the one for month. We'll say month equals to format, tab, calendar, tab, close bracket, comma, close bracket, then click on enter. Oh, sorry, I didn't. This was to be. I'll click on enter. So the next one is the calendar month number. So now go to new column. and I'll say month number equals to month tab calendar date. Then I'll close the brackets, click on enter. So the next one, is going to be, I'll click on the new column for quarter. I'll do for quarter equals to quarter tab, and I'll say calendar tab. I'll close my bracket, enter. So now let's go to our model view. So this is our calendar. So we're going to do our connection. So we click on this, click hold and drag to date. So this is going to do a one-to-many connection. So why am I having one-to-one here? Let me see. Oh no, I have to delete this. Delete. I actually did this in the wrong place. So it has to be like a one-to-many relationship. Then I'll click on other dates. I'll click and drag to the date. So let's wait. Okay, now we have it. Okay, good. So let's go back to our views. So let's start creating our measures. The first measure we're going to create is total revenue. You see, total revenue equals to sum tab revenue tab. Then close our bracket and say enter. Now right click on our fast table, say new measure. Next one is going to be let's work for total quantity sold, total cookies sold. Our total cookies sold will be sum fat F18. Then I'll scroll down. Let's calculate shift and I'll click on tab. Then I'll close my bracket. I'll hit enter. So with this my two let me just start visualizing. Going back to this. So I want to do my second equation, which is total revenue over quarter and year. So I'll go back. So I'll use the area chart for this. I'm bringing my area chart. I'll click on it. So I would this is my x-axis, my y-axis, and this is going to be my legend. In my x-axis, which is this axis, this is my y-axis. So my x-axis will be my quarter, then my total revenue will be my y-axis, and my year will be my legend. So there we go. So the next one we want to do is average total. We analyze the total revenue over day of the week. Yeah, the day of the week. So before we start, let's save this, please. I'm gonna save this. I'll say tutorial YouTube tutorial video. Then I'll click on this save. So for that, we're going to use an area chart too as well. I'll make sure I'm not clicking these charts here, so that I'll bring in another area chart. So I'll have it like the day of the week will be in my x-axis, my total revenue will be my y-axis, then my year will be my legend. So now we have the second one. So the next will be total revenue over cookies. So we are not clicking here. I'll click outside here. Okay, and then I'll go to my column charts, column stack charts. Then I'll bring in my cookies to the y-axis, to the x-axis, sorry. I'll drag it to the x-axis and total revenue to the y-axis. So now we have this. So let's move forward to total revenue over here. I'll click outside here. I'll click on the donut chart. I'll say my year will be my legend, and my total revenue will be my values. So there we go. We'll go for the next one. Total cookies shipped by shipment segment. Evaluate total cookies shipped by total cookies sold. They calculated our total cookies sold, and in our shipment segment we still find it in our fast table. This is it. These are shipment segments. I think we've done that. Oh, we've not actually. Oh, so we need to go back and do the conditional formatting for go to back to Power Query. What we're trying to do is now we want to segment our shipment duration. Oh, it is already there. Then we'll have to rename this. So shipment duration. I'll click on enter. Then I'll go back to close. That should be shipment segment. Pardon me. Click on enter. Then I'll go to close and apply. Okay, let's wait for it to come up. So I'll click out here. Oh, let's wait. I'll click outside here. I want to bring in another chart. I'll bring in which chart are we going to use? Let me check for my previous one I've done. Okay, column chart. I will use this. Click on this. Then I'll bring in, drop it down, and I'll bring in shipment segment. I'll drag it down to the x-axis. Then I'll come with revenue, total revenue. No, that will be total cookie shipped. Total cookie shipped to the y-axis. So we have this. So now we are looking for, want to get for the average. The next one will be average cookies sold by shipment segments. So let's not forget that our average cookies sold is for us to get our average. Since we have our total cookies sold, we can say total cookies sold divided by number of transactions. So we need to calculate a new measures that will get our number of transactions. Let's see. So we say number of transaction equals count tab fat cookies ID no order ID tab. So they're going to count the primary key. I'll click on enter. This will give us the total number of transactions that took place. So let's wait for it to come up. So now it has come up here. So we want to do a online measure that will calculate our average. Right click, we say new measures. So we name this measure average cookies shipped. We sold. Let's make it sold. Let's do that sold because cookies that was shipped was sold. So we'll say total cookies sold tab divided by number transaction, and then we'll click on enter. So now we have our average cookies sold. We would click out here and bring in another column stack column chart. Then we'll click on this and drag to the y-axis. Then our shipment segment, we click on the drop down here. There will be shipment segment to the x-axis. So now we have this. Let's start bringing in our KPIs. So moving forward, our next what we're gonna do is bring in our KPI. But before we do that, we're going to notice that our Friday, Thursday, Tuesday, and Monday, all these days of the week, they are not well arranged. So let's do that before we jump into our KPI. So I will go back to my table view, click on it. I would click on the calendar to review the table on calendar. Then I'll click on the day of week on the column, and I'll click on this sort by drop down, and I'll say sort by days of the week number. So I would click on, let me make it come in. Then I'll click on this, I'll right click, and I'll say sort ascending. I'll go back to my view, report view. So it hasn't changed yet. I'll click on the chart, click on these three dots, and I'll say sort as X, and I'll say by days of the week, and I'll come back again, sort as is, and I'll say sort ascending. So now we have this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So the next stop is our KPI. So for our KPI, we're going to bring in our card. Click the card. So the first one is the total revenue. I'll click on check this total revenue. So I have this here. The second one is let me go back to my, the second one is growth rate. We'll skip this one now. Then we'll go to quantity of cookies sold. Quantity of cookies sold. I'll click out here. Then I'll bring in my card. I'll come back here. I'll resize this. I'll say quantity of cookies sold, and I'll click on total cookies sold. Check this. These are the number of quantity of cookies that was sold. So my next KPI will be let me see, average order value and total transaction. My average order value is equals to total revenue divided by total number of transaction. As total revenue divided by average divided by total number of transactions. So I need to create a measure for that. I'll click on new measure. I'll name it to average order value equals to total revenue tab divided by total number of cookies sold. Note, it's gonna be total number of transaction. That is number of transaction, and I'll click on tab, then I'll click enter. So what do we mean of average order value? Is just saying that on an average, this is the number, that is the amount that your customer buys from you. So then click on that average order value, then look at format. It's okay, once format is already in currency, so you don't need to touch that. We just click out here, so you know that it's not highlighting any of the KPIs or charts. Then we'll click on card, then we'll click on average order value to review. So this is it. Then we'll drag this to this point. Don't worry, I know it's still scanty and dirty. We'll arrange everything. So now let's bring in the next KPI. Our next KPI will be, let's go to this. Our next KPI will be total transaction. I'll go to click on card, then I'll click on number of transaction. So here we go. Good. So now we want to calculate our growth rate. Like I said before, our growth rate is equals to current year revenue minus previous year revenue divided by previous year revenue. So we first need to calculate our current year revenue. We would right click on the fact table, then we'll click on new measures. So that will be CY revenue equals to total, come down here to total YTD tab. Our expression will be total revenue tab, comma. So it's asking for the date. I would say calendar date tab, and I'll close the bracket. So what is it saying? I say total YTD as the sum of revenue, that is the total revenue for the current year in this calendar. Then I'll click on enter. So let's wait for it to come up. It has already come up. Let me go to right click. I'll click on new measure. I want to get for my previous year revenue. So I'll say PY revenue equals to calculate tab sum total revenue tab, comma. Now say same period last year, and I say calendar date tab. Then I'll close my bracket twice, because same period last year is a what's it called? Same period last year is a function. Calculate is a function, so I need to close the bracket twice. So I'll click on enter. So the next step is going to be um once now we've gotten our current year and our previous year. Now I want to calculate our year-to-year growth. We would right click on new measure. We'll say YOY growth equals to PY tab. So now we need to put this into a bracket. Open the bracket and say, well, it's not PY, it's going to be CY tab minus PY tab. Then we'll close the brackets divided by PY tab. Then we hit enter. So why the Y to Y growth is still highlighted, we'll go here and click on percent. Then the format, okay, it's already changed to percentage. When you click on percent, then we'll change this to 1 decimal place. Okay, so now we have that. So we click outside here, we click out here, then we'll click on the card, then we'll click on year-to-year growth. So we have it like this. Oh no, did you just lose that? No. So bring that here, rearrange it. So, but there is issue with our year-to-year growth, because let's take for example, let me bring in our slicer. So I want us to fix that before we go on. I'll click on slicer, then let me click on here. So let me change this to slicer settings. I'll change this to drop down. Then let me click on the drop here. Let me choose 2018. I'm still having the right figures, right? So let me click on 2017. So now look like this, I'm getting infinity. So as a data analyst, this kind of error should not be occurring. We need to fix that now. We need to actually fix that. So I'll drag this to one side. Reason why we are getting the infinity, because this 2017 does not have a previous year, so it comes as blank. So we need to go back to our previous year and do some correction to that. So we use a if condition to undo that. Say if, we click on tab, so we would comma, then say if this condition comes as a blank, no, we say if this guy here equals to blank, tab, if equals to blank, we put comma, give me 0, comma, if it's not equals to blank, then we'll copy this. So they calculate, I'll do Ctrl C, then I'll come back here and I'll do Shift Enter, and I'll do Ctrl V, and I'll close the brackets one more time. So what is it saying? I say if this condition comes out as blank, give me 0, don't give me infinity. And if this condition does not come out as blank, give me this, calculate this condition, this expression for me. So that's it. That way I was undo the infinity, then we'll click on commit, or you can click enter. So let's go back. There's still one more thing we need to do. Then we'll have to go back to our year-to-year growth. We need to click on the year-to-year growth. We need to change this. We'll calculate the year-to-year growth in a different way. We say divide, that's what we're going to use. We click on tab. Our numerator is, which is the CY revenue tab, comma, our denominator PY revenue tab. Then we'll say if this divide has a way of like it handles you see a safe division function with ability to undo divide by 0 case, because in our case when we click on 2000 and what's it called, when we click on 2017, it will come out as 0, which is going to show infinity as well. So in our own case, when this person here comes as 0, what do we want it to show? That is the alternate result. Then we want it to show 1 as the alternate result. Then we'll close this and do minus 1. Permit me to say that this divided by this minus 1 is actually our what's it called? It's the same thing as just saying current year divided by previous year minus current year minus previous year divided by previous year is the same expression as CY divided by PY minus 1. So we can still write the expression like that, but only what is just changing is this 1, passing this 1 to this place, so that we can be able to undo that 0 error. Instead of it bringing 0 or infinity, you can just bring it as show me 1, then 1 minus 1 equals to 0. So now I would click on enter. So now let's go back to this and click on the drop down. Here, drop down. Okay, let me click on 2017. So we can see now it's actually giving us the right stuff. Okay, now that's good. Let's clear it. So let's go and bring in our third files. I'll go to desktop. That was where I saved it. So I'll go to that is a cookies 2009. I'll do Control X. Then I'll go to the file, the folder. Where did I keep the folder? I'm looking for where the source folder. Where this is. I'll enter and do Control V. Good. So I'll come back to my work. I'll go to home. Then I'll click on refresh. So I assume that I bring in my company give me the 2019 as a fresh report. That let me analyze that. So instead of me repeating the same process, I can just put this into the folder, then refresh. So let's see what's going to happen. So it's going to. So now see what has happened. It has bringing that what was it called? It has bringing that report for that year and automate the same process that I did. So just regard this year-to-year growth that turns out to be minus 49. It actually compares for 2 years in respect to 1 year. So we would click out here. There's So the next thing we're going to do is we want to start um designing. We want to start designing. We want to start designing our um dashboard. So coming back to this is how you will want to our design to look like. This is how we want our design to actually look like. So we'll go back here. So we want to continue by arranging our charts, and we want this is going to be our endpoint. This is what we're trying to do. So let's arrange. We're going to arrange this, put this in the right order. Let me look at this. Okay, the total revenue was up, and okay, I'll bring this down a little bit. Okay, so my chart will be up here. I'll take this to this point, but before I do this, let me click out here and go to the canvas setting. I'll choose my canvas to be alignment to be middle. So this will bring my background downward a little bit so that anything I do can actually be showing. Then I would readjust this. I think this is fine this way. I'll bring this total revenue by here. I'll bring it down here. I would readjust the charts. Okay, I'll bring this up, then I'll readjust this. I'll readjust this up, adjust this up, then I'll take this to this point. I'll make this a little bit wider. Okay, I'll make them the same size, the same height. Well, let me bring it down because we actually need to create a space for my banner and my KPI. So I would do this. I would adjust this. Okay. Oh, this one has to be. Let me bring this one up here. I'll adjust this. Yeah. Click on this. Okay. Okay, this I would adjust this to this place. I'll click on this. I'll adjust this here. I would adjust this up, and I'll bring this here. Okay, click this, adjust this to this place, and okay, it's taking shape now. Bring this up. Yep, it's actually taking shape. Then I'll drag this down I'll drag this down. Okay, so there's some things I actually need to do. I'll take this to this LGA, click on my KPI. I need to arrange my KPI as well. Click on this, arrange this, click on this, then this, I'll click on this, arranges, click on this, arranges. So close my visualization. So let me try as much as possible to I would size this, bring this one down, bring this one down, bring this down, click here, bring this down, click on this, bring this down, out, click on this, bring this down, and I'll drag this down. I'll click here, I'll bring this a little bit to this point, I'll adjust this, I'll adjust this, click on this, drag this to this point, then I would rearrange this. So I would rearrange this. I would resize this, click on this, I'll resize this, and I'll bring this down. I'll take this up a bit, I'll resize this. So this is going to be in the same line with our banner. So now we have actually arranged all our charts. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to change our color, because this color that we have here is the default color from Power BI, but we want to input our own color. So we'll go to views, the view, then we'll go to theme, drop down, then we'll go to customize current theme. So our color one is going to be, we change this color to 004D47. Then you click here, then color 2 will be 2A2922. So click, just click outside here, and our color 3 will be 705642. I'll just click outside here, and our color 4, okay, let's choose color 3. No, we don't want it to be this color. It's gonna be FBCB7B, click outside here. Our color 4 is going to be this is the marble color, and it's going to be F3 E B D D. So I'll click on apply. Click on apply. So let's see what's going to happen. So it has changed the color of our chart. So this is what we're going to do. We notice that this is okay, this trend for 2017, but we want to change. Okay, this is good. So we can move forward, but we want this line to be for 2019 because we're actually more concerned about 2019, like trying to know what's going on with 2019. So we click there, we go to this, we go down to our lines, we click on the line drop down, we click on the color. We're going to change this to this color, then we'll change the 2017 to this other color, just as if we are swapping the color with each other. Then we go to this color as well, go to the slicer, we change our 2017 to this, then we change our 2019 to that, and we'll change our 2017 to this color. Okay, then we'll click on this. We want our 2017 to be 2019 to be this color. Then we'll go to our line, we'll go to drop down, we'll go down, then we'll choose 2017 to be this color. 2019, and this 2017, then we'll choose this color. Yes, good. So now we move to the next stage. We want to format our background. We want to give our background a color. So click outside here. Okay, then we'll click our format your report page, then we'll click on the canvas setting, we'll go to the background. Let's click on the background. We want to change the color to the marble color. This is the marble color we picked in, that which is the the marble color is F3E BDD. Then we'll choose that. So it's not going to show yet. We need to drag this down to 0. So now we have the marble color. So we are going to readjust this, make it the same size with this, bring this down. Okay, yeah, we're going to bring this down here. Readjust this, click on this, readjust this. So that's good. We click on this, readjust this, click on this. Okay, fine, that's good. So now we would actually, now we take it one after the other. I want us to work on our charts, then we'll now go to working with our so let me adjust this and put like this. It's okay this way. So I want us to work with our charts, then we'll go to our KPIs. So we click on this, we want to format this, we will choose let me check. Okay, so we'll choose we'll go to general, we'll click on the title. So we want to change this title, we want to make it to be capital letter. We're going to be catalog total revenue by quarter and year. So we'll come back here, I will select this and delete. So we then leave the text as black, we'll make it bold, we'll make this center, the background color, we'll make it this color. No, I don't know if it's actually okay. Should we use something like this? Okay, I think it's good this way. Then I will come here. Feel like we need to do something a little bit different. So the background color, let's use something like this. Okay, then we click on this, we'll go to general, we go to the title, we'll say all catalog total revenue by year. So we would select this backspace. So we'll put it as bold, then we'll leave it as middle. Then we go to the background drop down, then we'll choose this color. So same with this, the same process. We click up here, general, drop down, come here, we say average cookies sold by shipment segments. So come here, you select all backspace, we click on bold, we click on the middle, then we make this the background, we choose this. Okay, so we're actually gonna adjust this to be in the same alignment with this. Okay, then I would go to this person here, then we need to go to general, our title. The reason why I'm not deleting the title because I want to see as I'm refresh, as I'm changing it, I was seeing what I'm actually changing, because I don't have the rights up here. I don't want to be going back and forth on total revenue by cookies. So I would come back here, I would select this backspace, so bold, put it in the middle, the background drop down, I would choose this, So then move to the next, click on this. I would go to general, and I'll say total revenue by day of week and year. So I would select this backspace. I'll put this to this color, put this to this center. Come here, click here. Oh, I need to make this bold. I will go to general, I'll make it bold. Come here, I'll go to general, my title, I'll say total cookies sold by shipment segments segments. Okay, so I'll need to go select that one and delete. So now let's see. I'll click here. Oh no. So I'm going to click and select backward, backspace. So I'll make this bold. I'll make this align center. I'll change the background to this color. So there we go. And what do we have next? So I'm going to leave the as is, because this as is will actually label what we have here. It's always good to leave your as is. So now deal with the KPI. We'll go to KPI. We would off the category label. So we'll go to general. We on the title. We're going to say total revenue. So I will leave it as, I'll change the background to this background. I would then make it bold and align center. I'll click on this category key label. I'll go to here. On my title, I'll say total cookies sold. Then background, I'll make this color, align center, I'll make this bold. I'll click on this average order value, a category label of it, go to general, I'll on the title, click on the title drop down, I'll say average order value. So I'll make it bold. I'll change the background to this background. I'll center it. Then I'll come up here, number of transaction. I'll have the category label. Go to general, on the title. I'll change this to number of transaction. So I'll make it bold. I'll make his background this. I would go to center alignment to the middle, and I would come up here. I'll change the category label to off. I'll go to the general, I'll go to the title, I'll say growth rate. Then I'll change the background color to this color, and I'll change this to bold, and I'll align it to the center. So there we go. So now we have our KPIs and our charts real aligned. So what we're going to do next is we want to bring in our text box to be able to write our name of the company. So go to home, we click on this, add text box to the report. So this is going to come out here. We bring this up here and we adjust it up. We make it extend to this level. Then we say Avera sales analysis. Then we're going to select this, click on the drop down, we say 32, yeah. Then we would make it bold. I'll adjust this. That's okay, that's fine. Then I'll come to the effect. We change the background color, we'll make it this color as well. But that still we make it the other color, which is the main background color. We click this. So we have this like this. Then we'll come here, we click on this. We change, go to the format your visuals. We'll go to general, then we'll click on the effect drop down, click on the color drop down, then we'll choose this color so it blends with the background color. So that's it. We've been able to design our dashboard. So going back to our hypothesis that we want to test, we can really see that actually really the first shipment, let's go for 2019, we'll notice that slow shipments have the highest quantity of goods sold on average, while the fast shipments have lower of goods sold in respect to the slow shipments. So what we're saying is that more goods were actually bought in the slow shipments, meaning that it took time before they were receiving their goods, their cookies. So let's go for 2018. But in 2018 it was different. In fast shipments, there was on the average they have high number of cookies that was bought in respect to the slow shipment, which was low. So that means most of their goods were shipped on the fast shipment. So definitely we can conclude by saying that shipment duration actually have a negative effect on the growth rate. That is, it has effect on the revenue generated. So from this, we've actually come to the end of our tutorial. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and keep looking for more videos. And I hope this is very educative, and I would love to see you guys next time. Thank you very much.